Hello. Hi, George here. Ukulele Orchestra, Great Britain. A live stream. Hope this is working. Jolly good. I'm a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that. So, welcome. I hope everybody's got their sheet music downloaded. And you would probably have noticed, if you've done that the tunes are in two keys. Several of them anyway. Everything's in C. That's always a good start. Nice and easy. And then we could say, let's try it in a different key, which might be better for our voices, or might give us a bit of a thrill doing some more chords. Let me just go through a few things. Let's check some tuning. Here we go. That's what I'm tuned to. Check that you're in with that. I checked it with a tuner just a moment ago, so it should be okay. I'm actually playing a low G uke here. I've got a high G one on the floor, but for solo playing, I quite like the low G. It gives you a bit more depth. I'm going to do the tune first, and then we'll go through the song, and then we'll look at it, each thing a bit more slowly, looking at the chords. Let's start off with this Gosport Nancy. Traditional old tune, lots of people have done it. Sort of sailor song about a sailor's girlfriend. Make of that what you will. Let's see, we've got a C chord, an F chord, a D7 chord, a G7 chord, and then at the end of it we've got this interesting thing with a downward descending bass, which is a C, a C7. I'm putting the C7 in the bass, and then an F and an A flat 7. If you come across a chord that's hard for you, I would say don't play it, but keep the rhythm going in your head so that the sense of the music keeps going, even if you aren't playing the chord. But A flat is easy, so what I tend to do is play the G7 with the wrong fingers and then move it up a fret. A7, B7, C. Oh yeah, I suppose you could do that. Just play the top 3 strings if you were madly keen on that. Let's have a go. Whoa, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy. She's the girl to make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you when your ship comes into port. All the Gosport ladies, they love a sailor man, but for finding a way to spend your pay, there's nothing like Gosport man. Gosport girls, they like they goggle. Gosport girls, they like rum and brandy, gin and shandy. Gosport girls will go a lot. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they swigs the flowing can, but for knocking it back with honest chat, there's nothing like Gosport. Gosport girls, they're good at dancing. They're the best, there is no doubt. When the music sets them prancing, how they fling their skirts about. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the French can, but for real high kicks and fancy tricks, there's nothing like Gosport man. Gosport Nancy keeps a parlor where the boys can take their ease. She will wake you, yes, she'll shake you, she will do whatever you please. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the best they can, but for making a bed, I'm sorry, I got that wrong, here we go. But for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport man. So far, so good. Is everybody okay with that? Is it too fast for some people? If so, then do that thing where you just play the chords that you find easy. C, F, and G7 are usually the ones people find easy. Let's see. I'm doing this sort of finger picking thing, which might be worth talking about. So with my thumb, I'm playing, I'm doing this inversion for C. And then with my thumb, I'm playing that sort of pattern all the way through. thing. I find that relatively easy, sort of a fake finger picking thing, a fake Chet Atkins. Let's have another go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy. She's a girl to make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you when your ship gets into port. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they love a sailor man, but for finding a way to spend your pay, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport girls, they love their gargle. Gosport girls, they love their tart. Rum and brandy, gin and shandy. Gosport girls will drink the lot. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they sweep the flowing can, but for knocking it back with honest Jack, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport girls, they're good at dancing. They're the best, there is no doubt. When the music sets them prancing, how they fling their skirts about. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the French can-can, but for real high kicks and fancy tricks, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport Nancy keeps a parlor where the boys can take their ease. She will wake you, she will shake you, she will do whatever you please. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the best they can, for making a bed for a sailor's head. There's nothing like Gosport Nan, but for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. There you go. So, well, that's doing it in C, which I think is fairly straightforward. A little bit high for me. You don't know how it sits with your voice. Let's try it in A, the second sheet. I should say that a couple of things about it before we go on. I'm putting in a few little twiddles on all these tunes. It's perfectly okay not putting in twiddles. So first position, let's see, I'm still doing it. C, F, G7, all that stuff is fine. But I'm tending to do, like for F, I do this sort of things. So I just add those two fingers for C and F. And you can do that on any position. So if you play the D, D and G, and all the way up. So E flat and A flat. Just a thought. So I'm putting twiddles in. Do so if you want. I might throw in a few ideas about what twiddles to do. Miss goes out if they're difficult. Keep the rhythm going. Okay, here we go. Let's have a go at this. Brilliant, George. Dropping stuff all over the floor. This Gosport Nancy in A we're going to do now. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy. She's a girl to make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you when your ship gets into port. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they love a sailor man, but for finding a way to spend your pay, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport ladies love their gargle. Gosport girls, they like their tart. Rum and brandy, gin and shandy. Gosport girls will go a lot. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they swig the flowing can, but for knocking it back with honest Jack, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport girls, they're good at dancing. They're the best, there is no doubt. When the music sets them prancing, how they fling their skirts about. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the French can-can, but for real high kicks and fancy tricks, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. Gosport girl, she keeps a parlor where the boys can take their ease. She will wake you, yes, she'll shake you. She will do whatever you please. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the best they can, but for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. But for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport Nan. have a go at this one again? Oh, somebody's making comments. How would it be with a banjo? Who can say? Who can divine the inscrutable workings of Providence? How's it going to go with a ukulele with a low G, or a high G for that matter? Let's try it again. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy, she's the girl to make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you. I'm going to stop because I'm playing B7 like this. Not like this, which a lot of people do, but like this. Open string on the A, which I find a lot easier. Suits this one anyway. 2, 3, 4. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy, she's the girl who make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you, when your ship gets into port. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they love a sailor man, but for finding a way to spend your pay, there's nothing like Gosport men. Gosport girls, they love their gargle. Gosport girls, they love their talk. Rum and brandy, gin and shandy. Gosport girls will drink the lot. All the Gosport ladies, they swigs the flowing can, but for knocking it back with honest Jack, there's nothing like Gosport men. Gosport girls, they're good at dancing, they're the best, there is no doubt. When the music says and prancing, how they fling their skirts about. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the French can, but for high kicks and fancy tricks, there's nothing like Gosport man. Gosport Nancy keeps a parlor where the boys can take their ease. She will wake you, she will shake you, she will do whatever you please. Oh, the Gosport ladies, they do the best they can, but for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport man. But for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport man. Catchy tune. Interesting lyrics. I'm not holding my uke in the way that I normally would, which would be like this, but you can't see it. So given that I'm trying to get a balance between my voice and the instrument, I'm holding my instrument up so you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. Hope that's a useful thing to do. Let's see, what's the next one on our list? I've got Na Na Na. I've heard people singing that in the news recently. We selected these tunes quite a while ago, so this is not intended to be an apposite sort of song, but I understand people have been singing it. Somebody from Sheffield is saying, what make is your uke? It's a Pete Howlett. Pete Howlett made me a very nice baritone, and he said, I put a ding in the back, so I've sent you a soprano, which has also got a ding in the back. So you've got two that are not quite perfect, but they're both brilliant. So that's fine. So that's where this one came from. And once I'd been playing it for 5 minutes, there were several more dings in the back, so we didn't worry about that. Yes, but this is a Pete Howlett. I don't know whether you can see his logo inside there. Picture of Pete as a young man, I believe. Very good. Yes, people writing to me from Sheffield. E by gum. Now then thee. Or as they used to say, oh, washy wee a sen? Nah, she will be me. Which is not an Oriental bit of dialogue, it's Sheffield. It means, was she by herself? No, she was with me. Don't know who she was, but she was with me anyway. Let's have a go at this. Na Na Na, kissed him goodbye. Interesting song. It was cooked up in the studio and surprisingly became a hit apparently, and then the session musicians had to go out on the road and play it, which was a very big surprise. Quite a good tune, and lots of people sing it at sports matches because the words for the chorus are easy. Na na na, it goes. C, here we go, C. E flat. Na na na. he wouldn't make you cry. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing. So kiss him, wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him goodbye. Hey, hey, goodbye. Hey, hey, he's never near you to comfort and cheer you when all the sad tears are falling, baby, from your eyes. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing. So kiss him, wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him goodbye. Na 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 na, hey, hey, goodbye. Na 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 na, hey, hey, goodbye. There's that C thing I was talking about. Let's just look at that again. I'm going C, and I'm putting a little F in. There's a lot of rock songs do that. Chord 1 and then chord 4 slips in. It's a bit like that. So that's on the C, and then on the E flat, exactly the same shape. If you imagine the C like that and you're playing the F with the wrong finger, then you can use this finger as a sort of capo, and then when you go to the E flat, you've still got this little finger, you're sort of playing a C shape with a capo on third, but your first finger is the capo. Then B flat, and C. On the B flat, I'm missing a couple of notes out by, there's a B flat shape. I take that finger off every now and again, so you get an added second, which gives it a slight country and western sort of vibe. You could put the C on the top, same note, an octave higher. So you've got the B flat and then you add that C there. So you'd be going C, E flat, and B flat. Okay. Let's have another go at that one. Is everybody finding these ideas okay? I'm having that C and F in my next practice session. You're welcome. Everybody does it. You could do it all the way up. In fact, it's the Rolling Stones, isn't it? A bit high up the neck on this thing, but it's exactly that, you know. Oh, you can do that anywhere on the neck. So you get chord 1 and chord 4 in that key. Tuning, Uncle George. Let's have another go at this thing. C, E flat. He'll never love you the way that I love you, 'cause if he did, he wouldn't make you cry. He might be thrilled willing, baby, but my love is willing, so kiss him. I wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him goodbye. Hey, hey, to comfort and cheer you when all the sad tears are falling, maybe from your eyes. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing, so kiss him. I wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him goodbye. Na na na, hey hey, goodbye. Na na na, goodbye now. And so on. Break up and break down and build up is what they do. Nice chord sequence. Keep going around that. Drop it down to not much volume. Just have whatever instruments you've got. If you're playing a uke, go down to just playing one string or something, or tapping, and then gradually build it up. Make a nice thing. Slightly low for me, so let's whack it into D, one tone higher. Let's try the same tune. Is there anything I was doing there? That chromatic thing, the drop down from G, F sharp to F. You could always play it like that, I suppose. It's normal first position chords, but it might be easier to do the G like that, or even like that. That's G. You could do it as a bar chord with a G there and a B there. And you can just slide down G, F sharp, F, or G, F sharp, F. Always useful. Be lazy. Keep the same finger position if you can. Let's have a go at this one. Same thing would happen here, where you'd be doing A flat to G. And of course, everybody always wants to play 4 strings at once on a ukulele. I don't know why. It'd be like saying, hey, on my piano, I've got 88 notes. Let's play 88 notes all the way through. No, might just play 1 or 2, 3. 3 is always good. More than 3, I think you have to be careful. It can all go horribly wrong. Then you can get that thing where you get the people playing the guitar, where it's 6 notes all the way through, and sounds great for the first verse, but then by the time you get to the chorus of the 3rd song, you're going, can't we just have a few notes instead? And Alan Hill, who used to play with the Ukulele Orchestra, said to me, on a guitar, you should never play more than 3 notes unless you've got a really good excuse. He also said that when people talked to him about how he was making a living out of the thing that he loved, how wonderful it was to be doing music for a job, he said, it isn't really something that I necessarily enjoy. Music is more like a disease. I can't get rid of it. I just have to do it all the time. And I suppose ukuleles are like that. Ukulele acquisition syndrome is supposed to be a disease. Ha ha, tongue in cheek. But here we go. Na na. In D, 2nd sheet. Na 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 na. Hey hey. Goodbye. Into the verse. He'll never love you the way that I love you. 'Cause if he did, no, he wouldn't make you cry. He might be F sharp, baby, but my love is willing. So kiss him, wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him. Goodbye, na 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 na, hey hey. comfort and cheer you when all the sad tears are falling, baby, from your eyes. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing, so kiss him. I wanna see you kiss him. Wanna see you kiss him. Goodbye. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye now. Na, na, na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Oh, somebody's saying in the comments, can we see you in a lockdown performance? Well, in actual fact, I don't know whether you read our blurb, but our plan is that every month from now on, we're going to be doing one of these things at the beginning of the month, and then we're going to have 2 freebies out each week after that, somewhat like we did our lockdown videos at the beginning of the year, March onwards, once a week. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have a pay-per-view full concert. That's our plan. I hope I'm not leaking plans that haven't been announced officially by our management and admin team. But anyway, that's the plan. So this thing that I'm doing here is the first incarnation. And then a week from now, we've got a free track with the whole band, which will be on YouTube. And the week after that, another free track from the whole band on YouTube. And then the week after that, it'll be the whole band doing a whole gig. And then we'll roll the program again the month after. So there'll be 2 full gigs before Christmas from now. So there we go. Kissing goodbye, people have been saying recently. And let's move on. Here we go. Oh, yes, please give us a lockdown performance. Yes, well, that was what I've just been talking about. So there we go. Let's move on to my grandfather's songs. I don't know where these came from. I've tried to track down who wrote them or whether anybody recorded them on 78s or wax cylinders, but I've drawn a blank with all of them. On this sheet, there are 3 songs which I transcribed from my grandfather's singing donkeys years ago. Here we go, my grandfather's song. Let's try the first couple of lines, which is one song. It's an extremely short one, but an extremely engaging one, I think. It goes, we all went into a shop to shelter from the rain. We all had a sock at a barley stick and we all came out again. That's it. Great, isn't it? It's short, to the point. It's got everything you need. It rhymes. It's got a rhyming scheme. It's got a chord sequence. It's like a sort of patter song or a rap or something. Let's do it again. We all went into a shop to shelter from the rain. We all had a sock at a barley stick and we all came out again. Marvellous. I like that one. Let's move on to the next one. That's the next 3 lines, which is singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. Here's a health to the dicky birds, what sings in the trees. 3 cheers to the sailors who plough the trees. Seas, singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. Short song, but I can still make mistakes in it. I suspect from internal evidence that this is a sort of Cockney song, because my grandfather always used to sing 3 cheers for our sailors, what plough the seas. It sounds sort of like fake London to me. And so I assume he got it off a wax cylinder or something. Anybody who's got any good ideas, help me track it down. I've looked online and here and there, not found anything about these things. Let's try that one again. Singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. Here's a health to the dicky birds, what sings in the trees. 3 cheers for our sailors who plough the seas. Singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. Dicky birds, what sings in the trees. Gore blimey, Cuff. It's a real pea super out there, and no error. And again, singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. Here's a health to the dicky birds, what sings in the trees. 3 cheers for our sailors who plough the seas, singing roses and radishes, pansies and peas. And then let's move on to the last three lines, which is probably my favourite, given that it's about a contemporary thing, a parachute. I don't think they were that old when my grandfather was a little boy. He was born in 1899. No, parachutes. I mean, who would have had a parachute unless you had an airplane? They were pretty new things at the beginning of the 20th century. And it's clean. A lot of the songs that you find in songbooks and books of monologues and wax cylinders and 78s and so on are corny jokes, often racist or slightly filthy or trying to be full of innuendo. This seems to be neither or none of those. Here we go. Let's have a go. Oh, never will our Mary Jane try the parachute again. From the air she had to drop, she landed in our chimney pot. Wriggling she got fast inside, all the little dogs howling. Well, we tried last night with all our might, but we couldn't get her out till morning. And again. Oh, never will our Mary Jane try the parachute again. From the air she had to drop, she landed in our chimney pot. Wriggling she got fast inside, all the little dogs howling. Well, we tried last night with all our might, but we couldn't get her out till morning. On that last one, I'm doing a sort of D minor 7 to C, which matches the tune. Couldn't get her out till morning. Or you could play these two notes with just those two, sort of half a D minor 7 or D minor, half a D minor. Yes, good tune. What nonsense. And let's move on. What else have we got? We have another tune here, which is When Somebody Thinks You're Wonderful. Various people have done this. Eric Clapton did a version of this. He did a version of it with Jules Holland. Fats Waller did a famous version in the 30s. Lots of people have done it. I think Paul McCartney's done a version of it too. Quite a nice tune. Classic sentimental nonsense, which is good song. So we've got it in C first. We've also got it in B flat. So this is from the top. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, what a difference in your day. It seems as though your troubles disappear like a feather in your way. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, tells you with a smile so sweet, why the stones that you are stepping on, like a mat underneath your feet, and how you greet the morning as you gaily swing along. Well, at night you may be weary, but your heart still sings a song. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, love is mighty close to you. There's another thing more wonderful, and that's making all your dreams come true. Half an instrumental. Greet the morning and you gaily swing along. At night time somebody thinks you're wonderful, love is mighty close to you. There's another thing more wonderful, and that's making all your dreams come true. So far, so good. I realise I'm putting little twiddly bits in there which we could discuss. So when I'm playing the B7 like that instead of like that. What you can see, instead of that, I'm playing it like that again. And then, of course, like Kitty always used to do, you don't need to be playing all 4 strings. You play 2. Especially if you've got a low G, you can just do these 2, the bottom 2, which is kind of what I'm doing here. So when you're sliding down from C to A7, instead of just playing those versions, you could do it like this. Or even like this. Slide down to A7, but then whatever you're doing, when you get to the A7, there's a little fill where you play A, maybe the 7th up here, A, and then do A augmented. Back down again, so it goes, what a difference in your day. On the F to the E. Here you go, little twiddle, quite a good thing. Same, I'm doing G7 up here, G13, a D, you're playing a D7 up there, just add that one, it's easy, bar chord, 2 fingers there. So you get a 9th, D 9th, and then G 9th, that note, comes a G13. The good thing about these difficult chords is they're a lot easier to play than the simple chords. People get frightened by the names, but actually they're easier. 6/9 on the C. There you go. Okay, we've had a go at that. Let's try it in B flat. When somebody thinks you're wonderful in B flat. Someone's saying, can we do Wuthering Heights? It's not on the list. I haven't swatted it up. But I can play this on my own. Can't do Wuthering Heights on my own. I need an orchestra for that. Anyway, never mind. B flat, When Somebody Thinks You're Wonderful. It's probably a better key for me. Let's try that. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, what a difference in your day. Seems as though your troubles disappear like a feather in your way. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, tells you with a smile so sweet, what a little stones that you are stepping on, just a meadow beneath your feet. And how you breathe the morning as you gaily swing along. But at night you may be weary, but your heart still sings a song. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, love is mighty close to you. There's another thing more wonderful, making all your dreams come true. The morning as you daily swing along. At night you may be weary, but your heart still sings a song. When somebody thinks you're wonderful, love is mighty close to you. there's another thing more wonderful than that, making all your dreams come true. Thank you for your attention, Pumpkin. Your license number is 94136. Here it is, babes. Oh, this is one. My favourite. Stick it in everywhere. 6 9s. So that's quite interesting for a B flat chord up there. Hasn't got a B flat in it, but nevertheless it's a B flat chord. If the bass is playing a B flat, that sounds like quite an interesting version of B flat. Or a 6 9. Jolly good. What time is it? It's 17:52. We've been through everything once, really. Does anybody fancy doing it again? How many we got left? There's a few people still here. One more tune, somebody is saying. This is a track from Tom and Jerry. It probably is, yeah. Which one shall we do again? When somebody thinks you're wonderful, never will our Mary Jane try the parachute again. Gosport Nancy or Kiss Him Goodbye. People are doing requests here. Some of them barely repeatable. Most interesting. We'll do one more. Kiss Him Goodbye, someone says. Why not? I don't know whether he's saying that to me. Oh, Gosport Nancy, says somebody else. I know you. Very good. I'm going to do Kiss Him Goodbye, and then I'm going to do the Gosport Nancy. Kiss Him Goodbye in D is what we're going to do. So there. F and C. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. He'll never love you the way that I love you. 'Cause if he did, no, he wouldn't make you cry. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing. So kiss him, wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him. Goodbye. Na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye now. Na 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 na, hey, goodbye now. He's never near you to comfort and cheer you when all the sad tears are falling, baby, from your eyes. He might be thrilling, baby, but my love is willing, so kiss him. Wanna see you kiss him, wanna see you kiss him. Goodbye. Na na na, hey hey, goodbye. Na na na, hey hey, goodbye. So far, so good. Gosport Nancy. What do you want to do? C or A? Anybody care? C is probably easier. A is a better key for me, but I don't think it matters very much. I'm going to do it in A. Unless I have a request not to. I'll ignore it anyway. Here we go. Gosport Nancy in A. Not quite the tune that Bellowhead use, but probably a more traditional one. They're all modern now, aren't they? They play on the Archers, an everyday story of country folk. Good for them. Let's have a go. Gosport Nancy. Gosport Nancy, she's my fancy. She's the girl to make good sport. How she'll greet you when she meets you, when the ship gets into port. All the Gosport ladies, they love the sailor man. But for finding a way to spend your pay, there's nothing like Gosport now. Gosport girls, they love their gargle. Gosport girls, they love their talk. Rum and brandy, gin and shandy. Gosport girls will drink the lot. All the Gosport ladies, they sweep the flowing can. But for knocking it back with honest Jack, there's nothing like Gosport now. Gosport girls, they do the dancing. They're the best, there is no doubt. When the music sets them prancing, how they fling their skirts about. All the Gosport ladies, they do the French can. But for real hard kicks and fancy tricks, there's none like Gosport now. Gosport Nancy keeps a parlour where the boys can take their eat. She will wake you, yes, she'll shake you. She will do whatever you please. All the Gosport ladies, they do the best they can. But for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport now. But for making a bed for a sailor's head, there's nothing like Gosport now. There we go. So thank you all for joining me. And let's see, have I got anything to say? Check out our thing on YouTube next Sunday, and thing on YouTube the Sunday after that. And then you'll probably find details about where we're doing our pay-per-view if you're interested in it. We are going to be on board an orbiting space station for that. It's a new performance venue that we've managed to find. Hope it suits you if you can cope with it. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you for your comments, and thank you for playing along. And don't curse too much if it's been hard, and don't condemn me too much for dumbing down if it's all very easy for you. I'm sure that having a ukulele for a fun instrument is the thing to do, and we can all have fun with it, whether we're making mistakes, keeping up with the rhythm, or saying, curse you, Red Baron, I don't know how to play F sharp tormented ninth. Until the next time, bye-de-bye.